Good morning, leaders. Nice to see everybody and glad to be back again today for another little tip for you as a leader. One of the things I do with leaders is I do a lot of deeper introspective work, and I ask probing questions and kind of challenging questions to get people to think differently. And the topic that comes up a lot is kind of that self-doubt, the imposter syndrome. How did I get to be a leader? I don't know anything about leadership. I don't know how to lead. We often have what we call this little inner critic. And I always have this visual of like a little person sitting on my shoulder who's whispering in my ear, "You're not good enough. You don't know what you're doing. You're not smart enough. Why are you being a leader? You don't know how to lead. What are you thinking?" All of that kind of stuff. And a lot of that stuff, we can easily trace that back to our childhood and those early days where we got criticized by peers, or maybe we were bullied. Maybe we had a parent that was tough on us or hard on us. So those things can start at an early age, and unfortunately we carry those things with us throughout our life unless we actively try to fix or change those. So the inner critic is important to address, or it could be called the gremlin, whatever you want to call it. What we want to do is the more we can push out that inner critic voice and add in positivity, things that we're good at, and really like beefing yourself up to build confidence, the inner critic shrinks. It actually gets smaller. It becomes less of an issue. And for a lot of people, it just about disappears, which is pretty amazing. What we give attention to grows. So I think of that either way, right? Negative or positive. So if you're giving a lot of attention to these negative messages that just bring you down and really slash and burn your confidence, then that's what you're going to experience and you're not going to have success. So the more you want to have success and be a great leader and impact people and have great influence over others, all of that stuff is only going to come with changing your thinking to more positive ways and really pushing that out. Another analogy I can think of is your yard. And I've heard this many times, "Oh, I've got all these weeds growing in my yard." One of the best ways to get rid of the weeds is to plant grass and to really nurture the grass, because the grass will crowd out the weeds over time. The key is it takes time. This doesn't happen in the blink of an eye. So think about your grass and think about all the little weeds. That's your inner critic. And what you want to do is keep adding in all the good stuff. And pretty soon the weeds will just about disappear, if not totally disappear. So think about that in your own life. What role is your inner critic playing in your leadership role, in you being the leader that you want to be? And start making changes in the way you think about all of those criticisms and comments that you're hearing, often all day long for some people. All right, go out and make it a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow.